Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. This is Eric from CSN, and in this edition of Raider Rumor Mill Sunday, we're going to be taking a look at who people are saying were our consensus winners and losers from last night's preseason game. So let's get right to it. So we're going to be taking a look at what I consider the top 3 consensus winners and losers from various sports outlets today, including Just Blog Baby, Raider Wire, and of course Chat Sports. And the first one that gets consistently mentioned is Nathan Peterman, third string quarterback. Carr and Mariota both sat out. He played the entire game, ended up with 29 of 39, 246 yards, no passing touchdowns, had 1 interception. I would have to agree with this, and that 1 interception really wasn't his fault. His arm was kind of hit as he threw, and it kind of flailed up. Now, he did almost throw an interception to Jordan Brooks near the goal line. You kind of say one balanced out the other, but overall, not a perfect game from him, but pretty solid. He moved the ball down the field, and honestly, I think he just basically secured that number 3 quarterback spot on the team, which of course we have an extra 17th game, plus we still have COVID concerns, so having him as a number 3 quarterback just makes sense. The next one I want to talk about is Trey Regis. Of course, Regis in Vegas. I've been hyping this guy all along. Now, he didn't necessarily hit my bold prediction of a 20-plus yard touchdown. It was more like a 2-plus yard touchdown. I think it was actually technically a 1-yard touchdown. But he did end up with 13 carries for 62 yards in that 1 touchdown. And that's a 4.8 yards per carry average. He also chipped in 3 receptions for 20 yards. And he had a big block on a defensive back blitz, let Nate Peterman get some time to throw the ball. So overall, a great game from him. And the next one I want to talk about is Nate Hobbs. And I talked about him in my bold predictions as well. This guy, and I put just you wait here because this guy just seems like a complete playmaker. He came in on a cornerback blitz, created a strip sack. Now, granted, the fumble was overturned. They said Geno Smith was down by contact, but it was a big hit, a big legal hit, a dynamic type of a playmaker. He was in the box safety. He was also at nickel corner. He started the game. I think we could see a lot of big things from him, and I'm looking forward to seeing him more this season. So we talked about the winners. Let's talk about the other side of the coin and the consensus losers. And of course, the first one's going to be Damon Arnette. Granted, it was just preseason, and basically it was the one play that kind of stood out like a sore thumb early in the game. Seattle was in a 3rd and long situation. He had pretty good coverage, but he missed the tackle. If he had made the tackle, they would have stopped him on 4th down. It's just kind of lending to this, he's going to be a backup and Hayward's going to get that starting job. It's unfortunate, especially since he was a 1st-round pick. I thought he had gained a little bit more muscle over the offseason, but apparently that did not translate into tackling. All right, next one, I put a picture of Jared Jones-Smith here, but, to be honest with you, you could say this about any offensive tackle not named Colton Miller here, and Colton Miller did not play, so you could say this about Brandon Parker, Jared Jones-Smith. I know John Simpson, the guard, got a little negative love, so to speak. You could also throw a little bit of shade on Alex Leatherwood, and he was kind of a bit hot and cold as well. And I got to agree with this as well, and it's really concerning to me. Made my feelings known already about Brandon Parker. Jared Jones-Smith is not really a viable backup option to tackle, to be honest with you, and I am hoping Colton Miller doesn't get hurt this year. We're in deep trouble. And then the last one I want to talk about is Dalvin Levitt. Of course, if you've watched the game, the first drive by Seattle in the second half, they were down 13-0. They went forward on a 4th down play about midfield. Not only did they blow the coverage here, but Dalvin Levitt missed terribly on an open field tackle on DJ Dallas, and he went in for 43 yards and a touchdown on basically a little dump off pass to the running back. It's kind of like Damon Arnette. Maybe it's not fair to judge just on one play, but instead of Damon Arnette having the difference between starting and being a backup, I think this could be the play where Dalvin Levitt doesn't make the team this year, especially with all the safeties we've added. Now, I did add some more winners and losers during my podcast. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But overall, the Raiders did pretty well this game. Impressive showing overall. Just could have scored a little bit more points, in my opinion. This video was brought to you by Chucky's Protein Powder, your likes and subscribes. If you have any comments, put them in the section below. I read every comment, and if I've had enough tequila, I'll probably respond to your comments as well. If you want to catch up to our previous videos or our playlists, they're right here. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel, and as always, go Raiders.